Hi, this is the Match Now with Sean channel. Hey!
Hello.
And it's actually something that me and Joe actually agreed on. Was that
Wow.
there's rumours.
That's not often.
Hello.
This is Match Now with Sean. As you say, we've got two people beside me for a change.
Hey, Sean. Yeah, we should. Get him in here. Get him in. Come on. You got my man.
Yeah, it's a little bit of eye candy for you. Hello, this is Match Now with Sean, with your host Sean Healy. This is a presser and preview. I'm gonna start calling it. So basically, obviously, reaction to the to the presser, with Daniel Fark, and a little bit of prediction preview, kind of to the match on Saturday, against Bournemouth. So I'm gonna get into it now. Yeah, Fark was saying that in terms of injuries, that the bad news first, Perry is still not back in team training, but even when he comes back, that he still had to fight for his place, which I agree with. It's the one thing I always disagree with Fark, that you kind of need to fight for your place. You don't automatically get back in unless you're Ampadu. But yeah, so that I'm happy enough with that. I've been in goal. He's done very well the last couple of games. Especially last week, as you can probably tell with my reaction with Callum. From Passion with Leeds. Next is Nonto is still not back either. He's expecting to be back next week. If not next week, it'll be after the international break. For definite, he'll be back in team training. Which I'm not too bothered by. I am and I haven't. Because James is back fit, which I think means that he could start on Saturday. And Jaden Bogle is back in team training, which I think is a bigger plus than anything else. It's more important, I think, Bogle than Nando, in the sense that, yeah, Justin James is there, but there's a big drop down, I think. There's a big drop down from Bogle to Justin James, in my opinion. Because Bogle's done extremely well. I think it would have been a big loss and a big kick in the you know what, if he didn't play, especially next week against Spurs. We kind of need him. We need all of our, as much of our top players and top performers in the team. Uh, it's better. That was put me off as a bit sideways. Um. So yeah, I think it's bigger. I think it's more important that we have Bogle for next, at least for Spurs, than Willie Gnonto. Because I think against Spurs, I think we might sit back a little bit. We might sit back a little bit more against them, against Bournemouth, than Spurs. in my opinion. Um, Next thing is that's all our injuries. Farkas said the confidence is a lot more higher within the team and our strikers after that result against Fulham, which I think is pretty obvious. And that the training is a bit more quicker and a bit more sprightlier, and they're playing with a bit more confidence, which is great to hear. And Fark was saying that the team is looking forward to the next two home games, being at home, back at Eldro, back with our in our home patch as such, back with our in our fort, in our manor, as I call it, in our manor, back in our place, back where we can dictate what we want to do. Um, and I put us up against most teams in this league at home, and I think we give them a good game. I really do, with the fan base and the crowd back in front of our own people. I think it'll make a huge difference. Huge difference. The next bit is Fark was asked about the set piece coaches. Um, and he said that there's no specific um, set piece coach because he doesn't believe in um, one person being solely responsible for set pieces, and it should be down to a team collective rather than one specific person. Because then all the responsibility and pressures on them, and it's they're the star person, and it's supposed to be a team thing rather than a solely one person. Which it shows that I don't think he wants to set Pete's Coast in the first place, but I think he's been forced into it. If you're not going to have a set piece coach, um, figure out an alternative to it, because clearly we need it looked at, and we need someone to be looking for it to be their job to be a set piece coach, and I think he's done that. He's given people that job, that role, that responsibility, but he's not saying who. Which I kind of understand. Um, as long as it's getting looked at, I don't really care. As long as it gets improves, I don't really care. As long as it's right and we don't concede stupid sloppy goals from corners, um, and make the best, and for an attacking side, make sure you make the most these of the set pieces. Um, Not just whispering in each other's ears like flipping Harrison and Aronson and then hitting the first fucking man. None of that bollocks. We've had enough of that for 3 fucking years now. And it really pisses me off, and they go and they do all this, take all the time, and then hit the first man. And for me, I'd like to see Goodmanson on corners, um, and maybe James on corners, maybe. Um, I just don't, and letting Stack be in the box for corners. But when it comes to free kicks, there's only one man. There's only one man. And that's Anton Stack. Because he can hit the ball like an absolute bullet. John Henry survives. John Henry survives. Yeboah vibes. Hits the ball like a ton, like absolutely nobody's business. Um, Great striker of the ball. And I'm still pissed off at people saying that was an easy set, that the keeper should have done better. You try to save that. You try putting your body in front of that. And I think you won't be able to react quick enough. You could not react quick enough to it. Because if you look at it, as Callum said, he gave them the eyes. He gave them the eyes if he's going to go for the other corner. And then switched it and hit it into the other corner. If you watch closely. Farkas also said that they asked him about being under the radar and whatever this season rather than last season. They were the top dogs. We had a target on our back and we're there to be hit at. He said that with with Leeds being such a big club, you're never under the radar. You're always going to be there to be hit at. Especially with the pressure from the Leeds fan base, they expect high quality. So you can't go under the radar. You can't cop out. You can't duck under. Duck. I say duck under. Duck out of challenges and shirk responsibility. You need to take it on yourself. If you see someone struggling, you take it on yourself and to help him and help one another. Um, and that it's very important that they make Elrond a fortress, which I think is bang on, and I think it is already. And you can see the fans are gonna have to play a big part in it. And I back us against anybody. I back us against any team in that league at home. That's how good I think the fan base is, and how I like the 12th, even 13th man. Sorry about that. Fark was saying that he's very happy with DCL in training. He's doing very well in training. He's been very supportive and helpful to the other players in the team. Um, and he's been taking on a lot more responsibility in terms of giving advice and helping his teammates. For example, he's been helping Archie Gray, Harry Gray, a lot during training, and you can see it's made a big difference in the under 21s anyway. With the way he's playing the under 21s, and I'd still like to see Harry Gray on the bench for Leeds. Uh, just to be there, to have experience. There's enough others on the bench that you can bring Harry Gray and have him on the bench. Um, get him nice up and close to the team and the squad. Yeah, I think it's no issue with me with that. Um, Farkas said he was proud of the fight they showed. That we showed after going 1-0 down. It could have been easily thrown the towel in, and again, shook responsibility and go within ourselves, but we didn't. We stood up, chest out, head up, and we battled on. We battled on. We didn't let it stop us because we were the better team. I thought we were the better team um, for most of that game. Um, and it was great to see us fight back the way we did, and got ourselves in front, and we hung on, and we battled well. Yeah, it was great to see. Really good to see. Um, and Sebastian Barno, he said that he's not. only wants one specialist centre back on the bench. Wait a second. Yeah, there we go. Um, Sebastian Barnell, he only wants one specialist centre back there on the bench. So Barnell was because he had a bit of got knocked in pre-season, and he got a knock in pre-season, and he hasn't played as much as Bajol. That he prefers to have Bajol there because he's more up to speed, and he hasn't really put a foot wrong in training or whenever he's come on. So I'm okay with that. Bit harsh on Barnell, but it is what it is. He's only young. He's a bit younger than Bajol anyway as well. Um, so yeah, I'm happy enough. On Longstaff, he said that he's still not up to fitness, and that he's not used to being playing week in week out first team football because he was in and out of the team with Newcastle. So it's a learning curve for him as well, which for me I could come into later about my team setup, but I don't see Longstaff playing on Saturday. I think he's telling us that he's not going to start him on Saturday because I think he needs to give him a rest. I think he's asked. Fark believes he needs a bit of a rest. He's played a lot of football the last couple of weeks, which he's not used to. I think a certain Japanese man will take his place. My little lover could be back in the starting 11, in my opinion. But I'll always be biased when it comes to Tanaka. I'll always be biased. And I'm proud of it. On Akafor, um, Fark believes he's struggling with the physicality side of it, which which I get. It's a big jump up from the Spanish league to the Premier League, in my opinion. The Spanish league is basically a three man league, two 3-man league. The rest of them ain't as good, ain't that good, in my opinion. Uh, that sounds a bit bad, no? Fuck it. No, it's just like it's a different type of football. I just think the Premier League's is a lot more competitive. A lot more competitive. You could even say the Championship is even more competitive than the Spanish league, and that's a fucking hot take. That's a hot take that just came up with my brain there. Yeah, the Championship is more competitive than than the Spanish league. Clip me up, clip me up. Uh, but yeah, but back to Okafor. Fact said that you struggle with the physicality of it, which I get, but I think attacking wise, he's still miles ahead of Aronson. Has been struggling with the has been trying to adjust the physicality of the Premier League since fucking the Jesse Marsh days. Fucking tosser. Um, but anyway, a stat here for you that was brought up in the presser. Leeds have been the most fouled team this season so far, and Fark's reaction was, it's a plan for Fark to do this so he can get more free kicks, and if need be to slow down games. Well, then get your set pieces right then. more emphasis on their set pieces, get the set pieces right. That's all from the presser. Gonna do a lineup. The lineup I think is gonna be Darlow and goal. Left back, Goodmanson. Right back, James Bogle. Centre back, Pascal and Rodon. Centre midfielders, Ampadu, Stack, and Tanaka. Wingers, Okafor and Daniel James. Because I think Aronson might play against Spurs, where we're going to be needing to be a bit more defensively sound. That's my take. Because we need to be a bit more defensively sound, and we're going to be a bit more on the back foot, which means you're going to have to press a bit higher, defend a bit more. I think you might, and I think you might end up dropping Okafor next week as well. And it'll be James and Aronson next week on the wings, in my opinion. And hence why I think Tanaka starting. I don't think Tanaka's going to start against Spurs either. I think he's going to start them today to give. I'm going to start Tanaka on Saturday to give Longstaff a rest and make sure Longstaff is up to speed for Spurs. That's my take. And then up front, the man of the moment, DCL, Calvin Lewin. And I think the match score is going to be 2-0 Leeds with a DCL double. Double DCL. I hope he doesn't do his ACL. um, and lastly, I want to say big congratulations to Matty from Imagine Not Being Leeds. Yesterday, it was 1 year since he started his podcast, his YouTube video and his YouTube channel. Well done, mate. Well done. It takes a lot of hard work and a lot of hard work and a lot of time to do what he's done for the last year, and the amount of stuff he's done between the walk, between the doing having the his music on up on Spotify, having his second channel full time to talk, to having his show that's on tomorrow, late night leads. He's done a lot of stuff with a lot of people, and I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you, Matty. And I wouldn't be doing this channel if it wasn't for Matty or for the Leeds Bros. I don't think I'd be doing this channel. To give me a lot of confidence in myself, to put myself out there. And they've been a big help to me. They've been a big help to me. And they've they've pushed me to in a nice way to set up my own channel because I knew I could do it. I know I'm still trying to find my feet with it, but I'll get there. I'll get there. Um, give Matty a bit of love. Um, he put out a live yesterday. Give him a bit of love. Anything else? Big like and subscribe to this video, please. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, please. Um, and I'll be back with a preview with, I don't know who yet, but I'll get someone to do a preview with me. Maybe, no, not going to put them under pressure, but I'll get someone to do, I might get someone to do a preview with me, or match reaction, maybe on Monday or Tuesday, because there's no point in me trying to put out stuff on the weekend, because the big boys will be doing this, putting the stuff out the weekend, like the likes of Joe Wayman, Jer, um, Joey Blackburn. They'll all put their stuff out the weekend, so I'm gonna, and even Matty, Leeds, Bros, they'll be putting all their stuff out on the weekend, so I'm gonna try to do it a little bit after them, maybe Monday or Tuesday. So yeah, and I'll see you. I'll see you then, and let's hope for a big win. Lose, 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 lose.